Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be making chicken wings with maple buffalo sauce. So let's just get started. As you can see, I have been using the full chicken wing just because it was a little bit cheaper. Sometimes I get the flats, sometimes I'll get just the drumsticks, but for the purposes of this video, I just decided to go with the whole wing. And the first thing I'm going to do is cut the tips off. Normally we don't eat those in our house, so that's just excess that we don't want. Um, but as you see, I'll take it off, and then looking on the screen, what I'm doing is looking for the joint because I want to pop that to make a cleaner cut. Okay, once that joint has been popped, it makes it an easier spot for you to get your knife in, so I can just cut it in half. And don't worry about being perfect with the size of your wings. They will shrink down in the Instapot, so I'm not crazy about making 100% perfect cuts, but that's up to you. And just going to go through a few more of them here. So once you've got all your pieces cut, what we're going to do is start seasoning them. And I just use a basic amount of seasonings on this. Some salt, and as you see I'm using a pink Himalayan. You can use any kind of salt you like. I do use black pepper. A little bit of that on those. And a little, next thing I have is chili powder, just a little bit. It gives it a little extra flavor. I don't want to make them super spicy on this phase. I leave that for the buffalo sauce. So I'm going to add a little bit of onion powder. And then you'll see some garlic powder being used as well as some smoked paprika. Once you get finished adding the seasonings all to the one side, we're going to take them and flip them over, and we're going to do the same thing all over again, just with the same seasonings, just to make sure that we get seasoning on all sides of the chicken wings. Once you have your chicken seasoned on all sides, we're going to move over to the Instant Pot. The first thing I do is make sure that I have the rack in there. You do not want to put your chicken directly on the bottom of the Instant Pot. You need something as a barrier. And then I add 2 cups of chicken broth. Then add your chicken. Just stack it up in there. There is a fill line. You don't want to go above that fill line, so just keep that in mind as you put the chicken in there. If you have too much, you may have to do 2 batches. After you get the chicken in there, just put your lid on top, seal it, and we're going to set the timer on there for the poultry setting at 25 minutes. While the wings are cooking in the Instapot, I'm going to go ahead and get started on the maple buffalo sauce. This is a very, very, very simple sauce to make. It really is just 3 ingredients. I use a stick of butter, unsalted butter, and that's the brand from Costco. With the butter, you only want to really melt it. This actually could be done in the microwave, but I enjoy doing it on the stove. It just kills a little time. You don't want to cook anything. We're just getting it melted. The next ingredient that I use is maple syrup. I use about a half a cup. You can use a little more or less to taste, but I find that a half a cup makes it to where it doesn't overtake the taste of the hot sauce. And I'll be using Louisiana hot sauce in this, and for that I use about 1/3 cup. You can use any kind of hot sauce that you want. The reason why I use Louisiana, besides living in Louisiana, is because I did a Walmart pickup and I had ordered 1 bottle and somehow I ended up with 6. So we'll be having Louisiana hot sauce hot wings for a long time. As I said earlier, we're not really cooking anything, we're just melting the butter, and when we want to add the ingredients in until everything has been warmed, and then we're going to pour it into a bowl to use on top of our wings. Also notice that my oven is saying that is on high. That is actually my broiler, and that will be something that we'll be using shortly. We're now going to move back to the Instant Pot. The wings have finished. They're just right now on a slow release. I'm actually going to turn the Instant Pot off, turn it, and put it on the quick release. This is just makes the process a little faster. And the reason for me turning it is I don't want to steam my cabinets. While that's going on, I'm going to take some canola oil and spray on my cookie sheet that I'm using that I have covered in aluminum foil. And this just makes it easier to clean up. Now that my wings are finished, we can open the lid of the Instant Pot, release the remainder of the steam, and then I'm going to start taking them out and laying them on the cookie sheet. Now that we've gotten the wings out of the Instant Pot, we are going to put on some of the maple buffalo sauce, and then we're going to put them in the broiler. I usually do them between 5 to 6 minutes on one side, and then I will take them out and flip them over. These wings just came out of the broiler on their first run, and you can leave them a little bit longer if you like them a little bit more crispy. Like I said, usually I do it between 5 and 6 minutes, and right now I'm going to turn them over and then coat the other sides with the rest of the buffalo sauce. I will then put them back in the broiler for 5 to 6 more minutes. And that, my friends, is my recipe for chicken wings with maple buffalo sauce. And just in case you're wondering, the dog did not get any. She was just there to supervise. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.